So can you tell us your name, your age, where you're from, and what you do?
Yes, Charles Cephas. I'm 26 years old from Baltimore, Maryland. I am a cybersecurity engineer.
And you are a millennial homeowner, right?
I am.
So what age did you buy your home, and what kind of house did you buy?
I bought my house at 26 years old, and this is a townhouse.
Okay. So what made you even want to purchase a home and pursue real estate, especially when you could have easily rented?
The difference for me was, for one, space. I wanted to have the ability to decorate and have a lot bigger space. I grew up with my dad having a man cave, so that was a huge thing for me. And also out here in this area, what you would pay in rent, you could pay in a mortgage. So.
Okay. How did you know you were ready to even buy a home and like find an agent and just make that move in general?
So I was living with my older brother for the first 3 years out of undergrad. And for me, I knew it was time to go when we were fighting every day. So that kind of just put the battery in my back, so to speak. Like, okay, it's time to get up out of here and make a move.
Yeah. And you knew you wanted to buy?
I did. I knew from the jump I wanted to buy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was your journey towards saving for the down payment? Like, how was that for you?
It wasn't bad, because thankfully, because he was my brother, he wasn't charging me an exorbitant amount of money for rent. So I was able to take care of my bills and expenses and still save a significant amount of money every month towards my down payment and all that kind of stuff.
Would you say roughly that you save like half of your income? Would you say you just like...
I don't really have a rough estimate. It was kind of just, for me, I was able to put down a good $1,000 a month.
Okay,
Yeah.
Towards saving.
Towards saving.
That's
Yeah.
really good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you have any student loan debts that you had to account for? I know a lot of millennials, that's like the biggest thing stopping them from even thinking about homeownership.
I have student loan debt. Fortunately enough for me, it didn't affect my savings. So I was able to pay my student loans and still save my desired amount every month.
You weren't scared to take on a mortgage still having student loan debt?
No, not really. I think that was just me being confident, because once I got here, I realized how much it costs for the upkeep of a house. But like I said, fortunately enough, I was able to manage it. So.
Good for you. Good for you. So let's talk about the home buying process, right? It was kind of rough for me on the scale of 1 to 10, 1 being seamless and 10 being a nightmare. What was your home buying process like?
I'd give mine a 7.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Maybe 6.5.
Can you talk about that a little bit more?
Yeah, so initially, I'm not sure if you heard of it, I wanted to go through NACA, the home buying agency, just because they have great reviews as far as being able to buy down your interest rate and allowing people to get into homes that they normally wouldn't be able to afford by using your normal lenders.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, if I had to compare them to, I guess the best comparison I could make for NACA is they are similar to the HBCU runaround as far as having to follow up, losing your information, all that stuff.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah, it made it a nightmare. So once I pretty much came to the conclusion, like, okay, this is not going to work, and went through my normal lender, it was seamless. But NACA was a nightmare. Great if you can get to the finish line, but otherwise, terrible.
So with your new lender, were you still able to leverage any first-time homebuyer programs?
I didn't use them just because the time frame I had to make a move when this house got cut significantly short.
Wow. So I know you mentioned working with NACA. That didn't really work out. Outside of that, what would you say was the most difficult part of the home buying process for you?
The most difficult part? That's a great question. I'd say learning about all the different things that go into play when it comes to purchasing a home. There are things that a lot of people, you just don't know about unless you've gone through it before. So yeah.
And you say you learned a lot. Did you have to do it on your own? Did you use Google? Was your realtor helpful?
It was a combination of Google, My realtor, because he's my uncle.
Oh, okay.
My parents, and all that kind of stuff. Pretty much taking bits and pieces of information from every resource I could leverage.
Got you. So for those first-time home buyers out there, what are some things that you would tell them or advise them? Like things to avoid, things that they should be aware of, like overall tips?
My main tip would be to save, and save some more. Because it's no way that you can account for everything ahead of time. You just don't know. Because it varies depending on the type of home you acquire. Like closing costs is a huge factor, and my home was a short sale, so because of that, most of my down payment went towards closing costs because they don't assist with that. So it varies, and you just don't know until you're actually in the heat of the moment, so to speak.
So save, and save some more. That would be your number one tip.
Number one tip, yeah.
If you could do this over again, what would you do different?
Save earlier. And I had a significant amount saved up for this. There's no way that I could have accounted for everything that went into play.
Yeah.
Everything from the appraisal to the home inspection. When your realtor calls you and say, "Hey, I need $3,000 for this by the end of the week," and you're like,
write that check.
Yeah, it's like I got it, but I don't really have it.
Yeah.
Like it was accounted for already.
Yeah.
But if you want this house, you're gonna make it shake. So save, and keep saving.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right. So what was the one thing that shocked you about being a homeowner, like after you moved in, after you went to settlement? Was there anything that shocked you or anything you learned and didn't account for?
Bills. Like you know the bills exist, and you have a rough estimate, but you really don't know everything until you see that email or that piece of paper show up in your mailbox, like, hey, this is due at this date. And especially when it comes to bills that vary month to month, you just have to kind of understand, like, look, one month this could be $100, next month this could be $250 or $300.
Yeah, that's facts.
Preparing for
yeah, that's something that shocked me too, especially with my Pepco bill, how it can fluctuate so much, and then random like HOA fee, condo fees, like really think about that being a part of your mortgage.
Facts.
Yeah,
especially with Pepco, 'cause believe it or not, I wanted a bigger house than this, and not this. This is. I don't think this is small, but
you got a nice house.
I appreciate it so much, but I wanted it to be big. I wanted a bigger basement space. And then once I got that Pepco bill, I'm like, no, this is all right.
Yep.
I'm cool. Got no problems with this.
Nice. So if people had questions, if they wanted to reach out to you, what's your social media, just so people can stay in touch? Social media is Chuckington III. That's for the third. I'm Charles Cephas the third. So Chuckington the third is my social media handles on Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. And it is the first day of Black History Month, so we just want to thank you for being a millennial Black man out here showing other people that it's possible to be young and a homeowner. Oh, absolutely. Thank you. No problem. Thank you.